Right. Hello, guys. My time has been so tight. My time has been tight here lately. So if y'all hear me in the kitchen doing my dishes, it's because at the same time I'm loading up my dishwasher. Uh, because I'm kind of pressed for time a little bit. Okay. Uh, So I wanted to come and make a exciting announcement for you guys, and then also to give you just some information about my classes, and to give you guys information about the tarot classes that are available on the website. Okay. Now I'm gonna say this little disclaimer for the people that have been on YouTube for a while. These classes are absolutely not so that you can, go back and forth and be at war with fake people, or and also I don't, a lot of people get it confused. You know what I'm saying? Um, the world is really in turmoil. By the way, I'm over here in Georgia, and there was actually an earthquake in Georgia like 2 days ago, which is insane. Earthquakes rarely happen over in Georgia. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think it is. I think that it has a lot to do with so many false people over here and people doing false things and crazy stuff. So I don't come from a place where we're trying to placate anything false. It's too much false stuff that is going on. And I've actually been a very fortunate victim of people that are obsessed with trying to prove that witchcraft is not real while they are under witchcraft and under mind control. uh, and those people at this moment are extremely unhappy, confused, or like I said, they are catatonically staring at the wall or either the television, but not actually comprehending what's happening. I want to start with that disclaimer first because, I'm going to tell you something. When you go through that amount of changes, and what I'm hearing from a lot of women is these men who are caught up in false things, trying to control you both financially and in every other way. And that again leads them on a one-way ticket to nowhere. So that's not to say that men cannot take my classes, but I think that especially during the month of June, we have really been trying to break free of that. I've been talking to all sorts of different women, but some of the main ones that I've been speaking to are women that unfortunately have these men in their lives that are indoctrinated in this stupid belief of punishment. They make a mistake, they want to punish you for it. They want to, destroy you financially. They're doing it in their own little silly ways. And so I think that especially for the women, it's important for you to learn how to depend on yourself. It's important to do that, at least while they are in their psychoses. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, I think it's totally ridiculous. And so a lot of us women are factually dealing with males that are extremely, undependable. They can't be depended upon. And, witchcraft is very empowering. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's been happening more and more often. It has been, and they're just stuck in this frame of mind where, they think that in order for them to be a man, and they'll use all sorts of people. It's pretty disgusting. It really is. And at some point, all of these people are going to realize that it's time to just live a real life. They become obsessed with it. Um, they become obsessed with trying to ruin your career. Um, they want to punish you. I just ordered like $300 worth of birthday outfits for myself that I paid for myself. And it's so sad. It really is. So, a lot of that is going on. A lot of it. And you're catching it from some of y'all, your fathers, your lovers, especially when it comes to witchcraft. Some of your lovers will actually be on your hanging committee. It's sick. And I understand that it's very scary. It really is. You don't need to fear these psychotic men and the women that try to help them. They're all traitors, and they all will learn a lesson. Okay? So, it's terrible. It really is. It's terrible. How they will stop at nothing. Um, you know, and I know that so many of you women are dealing with that. And some of these men y'all really love. And it's like, oh my God, would you please come to reality? Please, at some point, come back to reality. Please. It's ridiculous, y'all. So we've all been dealing with it at some point, especially if you're a Black woman, for some reason. But it happens to a lot of women. The only difference is that it's being highlighted in the Black community. And so it's really sad. So, and anyway, yeah, it's terrible. It is terrible. Okay. It is. But, they're causing all kind of earthquakes and floods because they're creating so many imbalances. They are. And I'm going to say this to any man that's trying to compete with me. It's not your job as a man to compete with me. It's your job as a man to protect and to provide what I can't provide myself. And since you can't do that, then that's why for the past several years, I have been providing for myself. They are totally caught up in something that's very false, and always expecting and waiting for us to save them at the end of the day. Every time a woman makes love to a man that she truly loves, she's saving him. She's saving him and healing him. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, they try that fake crap over and over and over again. They end up losing a lot. They end up losing it. Hold on, y'all. Let me go grab my lighter. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So, for me, I'm dealing with reality, my reality. I live in the reality that I create for myself. Nobody else can create a reality around you. Nobody. Nobody else can do that. So, my classes have not been on the website. They haven't been on the website up until now. I actually had not had time And, you know, I was getting some things figured out. And now the classes, you can actually go and see them on the website. Okay. There's a couple of different options as far as you guys' supplies that are on there. One of them is the beginner's box. It includes shipping, and the other one is the unlimited potential box. This is where you'll get a lot more stuff. For my students, it's like I'm trying to do a profit off of it. I just go on there, I shop for you, I send the stuff out to you, and then you should have it before your first day of class. I also have the single class, especially for you guys that are dealing with very real situations. To where if you're not able to afford the entire class, you can take 1 or 2 or 3 classes at a time. So that is available also. Okay. Also, what I am really excited to announce is that you can now take a tarot course. Okay, in tarot, it's 15 hours. Y'all go and check that out. And it's available on the website. A lot of people, when it comes to psychics, okay, a lot of you guys are natural psychics, but there's so much that's being done to pull the wool over your eyes. I mean, these illusions that are being created are off the chain. And, you know, that's why a lot of people are being blindsided. In particular, you know, twin flames. A lot of y'all are having issues with the twin flame being fake. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate that you're dealing with that. You know, eventually, this is why it's really important to have forgiveness in your heart, because I was speaking about this the other day, the mind control that they're under. If they were to actually remember some of the things that they did while they were under mind control, they would be very embarrassed. You know, so try to be forgiving and just focus on learning about the herbs. Focus on learning about how to curse people that need to be cursed. Focus on learning how to heal yourself. Focus on learning how to banish phantasms, negative spirits, past life stuff. Learning how to clear yourself of this stuff, because that's what's been happening a lot. Are they self-paced tarot courses, or will there be a live instructor? No, I'm the live instructor. And here's the thing, I'm only able to do 1 to 3 tarot classes per month, and then 1 to 3 spots per month on students, on witchcraft students. Now, you can be a tarot student at the same time that you are taking courses in witchcraft. You can do both if you want. Basically, the way that it's done, 1EQL, thank you, that was a good question. The way that it is being done is by Zoom. So it's not live instruction, but we do it by video. Okay. And it's hands-on, okay? You do learn a variety of things. Knowledge is power. For example, you learn about necromancy. You learn about soul contracts. Necromancy is very important for you to learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, you learn about how to protect yourself against energy harvesting. Energy harvesting is extremely popular. Basically, what it is it's identity stealing. Uh, it's energy stealing, to where someone will try to steal your energy on a daily basis because for some reason they have a perceived notion that, you know, they don't have anything for some reason. So that's something that's really popular. Necromancy, you can learn how to resolve deep issues such as soul snatching, energy snatching, and energy harvesting. And since I'm single and I live alone with nobody but my children, that's actually a good thing. You know, if I was in a relationship with somebody, it would be somebody very trusted that would know about all of this stuff. Okay. No, they wouldn't be running around here like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to pretend like they know what they're doing. Trust me. Trust me. So, you know, a lot of people have tried to discredit me because I don't have a man that gives me. That's weird. You know, maybe it just wasn't never in the cards for me. I can't have no man around me that don't know what's going on. I can't do it. I can't. So that's why I choose to stay where I am. Okay. So, you know, maybe one day I can teach somebody and people will start listening. You know, people act like they can't listen to you. Their ears are closed off. So, you know, just because I'm single doesn't mean that I don't have the power to teach you, and doesn't mean that I don't have the power to survive. It's really sad. So yeah, it's been pretty much publicly known that I've been dealing with certain people that, you know, want to take things away from me. And, you know, those people are going to be they're going to be cut out of my life. You know, because I can't, you know what I'm saying? One of the things I can tell you, and, you know, this is crazy because I believe that during the month of June, everything becomes highlighted, everything, because it's the 6th month of the year. And what is highlighted for me is these very, very ignorant men that think that they know everything. They think they have a bead on everything. And I have a really, really hard time with that, you know, which is why I've always liked having my own money, and I'll never depend on a man for anything, honestly, because a lot of them are just, you know, they try to abuse you mentally and spiritually, and you know, it's disgusting. It really is. I mean, if they'll stop at nothing. I've seen so many disgusting things happening. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about yesterday. Okay. All of my testimonials are real because they come from real people that are not just making up shit, you know, just to get attention on YouTube. All of my clients are real. Okay, all the way from the cases of me doing exorcisms on them, healing them, you know, bringing their man back to them, dealing with real third party love triangles, not fake ones. All of that stuff is real. All of those testimonials are real. what the easiest way to get on my bad side, because I can't create that for you, you know. So it's not me that's creating it. It's already been created. It's up to me to shed light on it and show you how to fix it. What irritates me, though, is when people don't listen to me. That is one of my most irritating things. This is the reason why, from most people, even in my life, in my personal life, I have emotionally disconnected myself. Especially when I see people in danger and they refuse to listen. I can't deal with you. When I tell you something, nobody's lying to you. I don't have to tell you that to get you to do what I want you to do. I'm telling you this because it's real. And it irritates me, that people would ever think that that type of demonic energy is more powerful than me. So this is the reason why, I'll cut some people off in my life. It's when people don't listen. Or either when you tell them the truth of the situation, they return hatred to you. Love is the truth. Somebody come and tell you something that's good for your health, that's good for your well-being. Why would you want to ignore that and then try to act like it's something that I created when, I'm just telling you what it is. Especially when it's something that's so very obvious. And instead of you listening, and that's not just for bad news, that's for good news as well. For example, one of the most popular things that's happening spiritually is your men are cheating on you. And the only reason why they're cheating is because they are under black magic and demonic sex spells. Who left these men wide open for this? Their fathers. Because their fathers either were ignorant themselves or lied to them purposely. Okay, so, and here's another thing that's happening. People are going against God and going against divine couples. And they're wondering why they have so much trouble in it. You're not supposed to go against divine couples. I believe that is the number one reason why we are having all these natural disasters. People doing everything in their power to delay divine couples when it's going to happen anyway. A lot of you guys got your baby daddy or your baby mama. There's demonic contracts, anchor babies, anchor children, demonic contracts being created every single day. And these particular demonic contracts, you had a choice of whether or not you were going to continue to stay in that energy. And I've been talking about this for years. I've been talking about this for years. So that's one of the main things is that, people are staying and keeping them. It has nothing to do with the children that you created out of that union. So I've been dealing with a lot of baby mamas that don't know how to let go. Don't know how to let go. Don't know how to accept the truth. Very controlling, demonic, and diabolical. Trying to use those children to hold on to a man that no longer wants them. And this is not the case for all of y'all. Some of y'all, you and your baby daddy was meant to be together forever. But some of y'all, it's not. Some of them, it's not meant for them to be together forever. And, all of this crap being done when in the end, God is rolling in with his judgment. Now, of course, some of y'all that are married, you got married in the courthouses and stuff like that, which I would, oh God, I would never, I would only get married in nature. Never would I give, somebody power and control over me, power of attorney over me. It's basically what you're doing when you get married in a church. Your marriage belongs to the church. It was doomed from the beginning. Okay. And it will always be doomed. It's doomed. Okay. But then again, some of you guys that were married under those circumstances, you are meant to be with that person. So you just have to get a reading. You have to understand what's going on. And, the whole thing about those types of marriages is that the way that you can tell if you should walk away or leave it alone is when you're doing it just to keep up appearances. I would never be in a relationship with somebody where I'm just keeping up appearances. I wouldn't even put my relationship in social media. For what? Social media has been very damaging to a lot of people, especially people that are accepting these friend requests from people that they don't know. And then, unfortunately, sometimes the people that you don't know ain't about nothing. I'm sorry, the people that you do know ain't about nothing. A lot of y'all are dealing with complete strangers in social media, and it just, all you need is one to become obsessed with you and start creating this fictional reality around you. And bam, you got yourself a stalker. You got yourself somebody that is obsessed with you. So that's why, I would never put my relationship, not right now. I think that it's probably going to be 2025 before we can safely post anything about our relationship status in social media. People are going around looking at, and people be posting their babies and their pregnancies in social media. I just wouldn't do it. You love your children and your mate, you ain't gonna post nothing about that in social media. Nothing about your happiness. I wouldn't do it because there's people out there that they just, they can become obsessed, and the next thing you know, if you're in a a relationship that is supposed to be that is meant to be, next thing you know, you're having problems. So that's the first thing that you learn, is to keep your stuff out of social media. Keep your happiness out of social media. Okay? At least for a while. It's a lot of weird, crazy stuff going on. People are weird and crazy, obsessed. And unfortunately, some of them have knowledge of witchcraft, unfortunately. Okay? Some of them have knowledge of witchcraft. There's a few things I'm not going to talk about or speak about, but y'all know what I'm saying. But I can say this, that a lot of these people that are in violation, they're gonna go through this thing to where their little spells to interrupt, and all that stuff is gonna stop working. They're not gonna be able to do that no more. So it's, the bindings of these people are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, it is, because you're supposed to be using witchcraft to make your life better. You're not supposed to be using witchcraft to, do spells for narcissistic parents. Okay, you wasn't supposed to be doing that. You wasn't supposed to be doing spells on people, you know, for these perverted parents who, you know, who look at their children as their replacement boyfriend or girlfriend. You wasn't supposed to be doing that stuff. But a lot of people are doing that, you know, because they're desperate. Because a lot of you guys, y'all are very, very aware. And like I said, religion is witchcraft too. Christianity itself stole paganism. They stole everything from paganism. They did. And so, you know, they're doing rituals too. The Christians, your Christian parents, a lot of y'all have been complaining about Christian parents. Okay, and the fact that you know what they're doing, and people have been calling them karmics because that's definitely a karmic. And a lot of them are, you know, what from what the Most High is telling me, that they have just lost their mind. They crazy. They crazy. They are very, very mentally ill. Some of the things that they're doing, they don't know what's up from down. It's sad. So a lot of y'all are dealing with a lot of stuff, and you know, you got a place where you can come to where you'll learn how to deal with that. Okay, all that manipulation. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, I'm almost done with these dishes. Let me see if I got any more over here I need to do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'll be right back. Some of these so-called parents have turned into infants to the point where, you know, they are obsessed with destroying you and destroying your life, and, you know, sacrificing. They're obsessed with it completely and totally. A lot of you guys that are old enough and big enough and strong enough to, you know, work through that, you know, y'all are lucky. Unfortunately, there's a lot that is, oh God, I just always ask God to protect the babies. Hold on a second, y'all. All right, I'm almost done, y'all. So if you can see this whole thing happening, or if it's happening to you, you can absolutely change it. Some of y'all mothers and y'all fathers is y'all worst enemy. It's, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. they recruit agents. Sad. You know, there's a spell for that, for all of that. So that they can't affect your life. You know, they have let that thing oh, that's what it is. You know, when you are a parent, you do have power over that child, especially when they are a child. And y'all know how power can corrupt. And the Bible, which is witchcraft, teaches them that we're supposed to bow down and die because our parents told us to. But even Jesus Christ doesn't agree with that because, you know, that was a different purpose. And so they're all wrong, every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, why is it I gotta sage out my house when I'm done doing these dishes. Ridiculous. If it's one thing that these negative spirits are attracted to is the dishes for some reason. That was their obsession with the dishes. Shit. Oh yeah, let me go grab my cauldron. Bring it in this kitchen. I gotta clean out this house, guys. All right. It's spiritist breeds. Y'all, I saw something out the corner of my eye and shit over here by my dishwasher. I don't know what the obsession is with dishes. Well, I do. I ain't gonna get into it. So anyway, y'all can go to the website. The tarot course is on there. The courses in witchcraft are on there. Oh, and then also, oh my goddess, I have been doing a lot with my dowsing board and my pendulum, and that thing is scarily accurate. It is, you know, I think that the tarot can sometimes be tampered with, but that pendulum dowsing is it's extremely accurate in divinating, especially when you have a hidden enemy. You can get their initials, you can get their name, and do what you got to do to them. So, oh, guys, I ordered a new pendulum thing. It's bigger. It's a lot bigger than the small one that I have. So when that gets here, I'll come and show that to y'all because I just ordered it. I think it's probably going to be here by probably Friday. Probably be here by Friday. I got a large pendulum map that has the numbers. It has numbers and letters, and yes, no, maybe, unknown on it. So, you know, that'll be something that we can do because there was a few things that I wanted to do some more readings on. In particular, that Sylvia Likens case. For some reason, I've been really interested in it, and you know, contacting her spirit, but then also asking questions as far as why that happened to her. Y'all don't know anything about that story, go and look on Netflix and that movie called The Girl Next Door. I had seen an article about that movie like a month ago, and they were saying that that movie was so disturbing to so many people. And the reason why is because just like the Gabriel Fernandez case, it's something that is worth looking into. And so what from what my spirits have already told me, which, you know, doing the divination on it is going to answer a lot more questions, is that that girl had gotten cursed, but I want to know by who. She was cursed. It was a real bad curse that was on her. And all of those people were like possessed by the devil. That's one of the reasons why that Gertrude lady, that's one of the reasons why she had gotten out of prison. She only lived for 5 years after she got out. But that was one of the reasons why they didn't put her to death, because it was almost one of those the devil made me do it thing. And so the worst thing that you can do, and you know, I'm a witch. I guess I believe in the devil. I believe that the devil is in people. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that it's a lot deeper than what people make it seem like. But it's bad when you allow negative spirits to take control of you. That's when it's bad. That's when it's terrible. So that's why that crazy stuff happened to that girl, because nobody was. And you know, then also there was intense poverty that was in that household. You know, and it was really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, here's another thing. I do have my terms and conditions updated, as well as my privacy policy on the website now. But the one thing that you have to do, I don't want anybody just going there purchasing anything. You have to schedule some time to speak to me. You do. You have to schedule time to talk to me first. So whether or not you're interested in being a client, or if you're interested in taking my classes, you know, you have to take at least a 30-minute reading. And sometimes I require for you to take more time, because I don't just, you know, jump up and go, okay, yeah, let's do. Not with everybody. Some people, some of y'all, I'll let y'all know, hey, this situation that you're dealing with is only something that somebody with an advanced knowledge needs to deal with. Even though a lot of you guys will be powerful enough to deal with it, maybe your spiritual powers are being suppressed, and you need extra support, because I've actually had students that they came to be student, but then the situation got so bad, it was too much for them to deal with, and so I've had to help, you know, that stuff, to where they just went ahead and paid me to do it, and so, you know, anyway. Local clients have the advantage of being able to come to me and pick up herbs, you know, maybe pick up certain mixes, pick up, people have already been asking about my black salt, which I call it graveyard dirt as well. A lot of people get freaked out about that, but honestly, a lot of that is necessary to put a lot of these negative spirits to rest. You know what I'm saying? You know, these negative spirits that, because most of the people that are doing weird stuff are possessed and don't even know it. I'm sure that all of y'all have somebody in your life that's acting weird and strange. Just strange as hell. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And for a lot of them, it's been done purposely to bring out a certain outcome. And I think that when people get real and say, wow, I did that stupid stuff, at the time that I did it, it was because I was under possession. So if you have spiritual gifts and you can see spirits, you can easily be placed under possession if you don't protect yourself. And I'm talking about for days and days, for months at a time. This is why sometimes people wake up in dirty hotel rooms with a heroin needle stuck in their arm. It's sad, but it's the truth. Or you wake up, you know, with a pustule growing out of your ass, a barnacle growing out of your ass. It's terrible. It's terrible. It ain't funny, but it's terrible shit. Some of y'all got husbands and wives, you know, they go out one night and, you know, and then 3 months later, you got a pustule growing somewhere and you're like, what the hell? So the best thing to do for yourself is to become educated and quit being ignorant. And stop listening to that whole thing talking about, oh, this is just the flesh. We giving up the flesh. You know, and then when those people have horrible things happen to them, then they turn into inconsolable spirits. I hate when I hear people say that. Oh, these are just the flesh. I'm giving up on that. You know, this is just my physical body. You'd be surprised at how many people have said that. And then when they later became a corpse and a ghost, they were totally obsessed with their physical body and wish they could have it back. While people are running around here totally open. Oh, it's open season on ignorant people these days. It's open season on the ignorant. You know, it is. If you an ignorant person that runs around here, you ain't got to sit up there. It's not to say that you got to sit up there and obsess over the shit that can go on spiritually. You know it. You protected yourself from it. You're living right. You living the way that you're supposed to be, and you feel good every single day. You don't wake up feeling like you don't know yourself. A lot of people wake up in the morning, they're not even themselves anymore. And it ain't nobody around really checking for them because sometimes the people around you, and you know what? That's why I like that Celtic Cross tarot spread. I like that because it shows the people around you. If the people around you are just as under mind control and possession as you, how the hell they gonna be of any assistance to you? They not gonna notice. They just gonna be running around here like chickens with their head cut off too. Right? Or maybe they do know about it. And they glad you ignorant. You know? I know that, you know what? That's the one thing I thank God is for. That I didn't marry some man, because men go and get witchcraft done too by other men, which is scary. The prospect of these men doing witchcraft that is not under the guise of a woman is scary. I'm so glad that I never got married and just became some damn zombie. It wasn't real love. It was just I was zombified and just, you know, robotic Stepford. Why? I'm so glad God blessed me with that, because some of these people running around here, they not even there. That's why when you come to me, I'm very ethical. If I bring your mate back to you, it's gonna be them. It's not gonna be a spirit that goes in their body that is obsessed with you, that comes back to you and it's not even them anymore. I don't work that way. Not at all. Hell no. That's why you don't see me using certain demonic spirits for love work. You know, just calling to any spirit. Go inside of this person and make them a zombie. Hell no. I don't want a zombie. I want a husband. Because you can tell people going through zombification because their teeth look, Their teeth will fall out. Their bodies start decaying. It's terrible. And 10 times out of 10, if you under my watch, that ain't gonna happen to you. Because I feel bad for some of these people running around here. They just, oh my God. That's when people get lost. You just, so there's aspects of witchcraft that I love, but that's one of them that I don't like at all. I don't care if this person is a vegetable. That's what you can call them, a vegetable. And you can even tell when your father is a vegetable, because he'll just say, well, he was there, but he just sat and stared at the damn wall all day. He wasn't there, something else was there. Very disturbing. Shit, I don't want to be here. I want to be present and alive. Some of y'all got folk running around here, they just the damn walking dead. Just the walking dead. And as a woman, I could never be okay with that. I don't understand some of these women that are. It's like, I had a client that came to me a few years back, and she was saying that she had went to a witch to get her husband back. And she said he came back, but he came back as somebody else. He wasn't himself. You heard me? That necromancy thing is either good or bad. Either you on the good side or the bad side. The husband came back, but the husband was a totally different man. And so that's when you have to do soul retrieval work. And it had been like 5 years. I said, well, did you notice he just sit in the room. He can barely get a heart on. We've been trying to have a baby. I can't get pregnant. That's because his soul is gone, baby. You got to do some soul retrieval work. Okay, so I did soul retrieval work, and he woke up. She said he came back. He's been slowly coming back from the dead. And it's terrible, I'm telling you. And she's a sweet person, because she said, hell, I didn't want him to come back like this. He ain't even the same. He don't play no football. He don't watch the football game no more. He just sit there and 9 times out of 10, when a person is really, really under their possession, unless the person is an occultist. I know that I'm into ghost movies, but they'll be real into, like, they'll be just obsessed and focused on things like necrophilia and ghosts and all of that stuff. So it's either good or it's bad. I know that I'm into a lot of scary movies, but that's because I'm an occultist. But a person that's just obsessed with just dead. And I also like to do spiritual investigations, but that has a purpose, so that these spirits won't hurt people. But if you got somebody that's just sitting there and they just and they're, y'all know what I'm saying. So he came back, but he didn't come back as himself. And what it was that the witch, she didn't use like earthbound magic. She didn't use, it wasn't in her heart to do that. It was just all about bringing a corpse back, bringing a body back. So he was just a body bag. And, and so what we had to do was we had to retrieve his soul, and it worked. He came back. And you can't be obsessed with just winning. See, here he is right here, but he's 90% dead. He's not, either you genuine or you disingenuous. What the hell you want somebody just. And she said, well, I didn't want that, so I wasn't accusing her of that. But you could tell that the practitioner was one of them kind to where she just was so focused on, an end result and not anything in between. So his soul had gotten lost somewhere during that love work. Okay. And you got to have, an understanding, with your spirit, it'll happen real fast, but it's like so that's why you see so many of these, occultists, they don't get good reviews because they make the shit worse. That's a worse situation. Damn, you bring the man back, but he's a stick figure. That's some, you know what I'm saying? So, mm-hmm. You have to stay self-aware too. Aware of self, who the hell you are. I guess some women would be okay with that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be okay with nobody that I gave a damn about running around like a damn zombie. No, thank you. Don't laugh, don't cry. That's how you can tell when they don't laugh or they don't cry. You can tell in newborn babies when the baby come out why the baby ain't crying. That baby gotta cry. That's why the doctor spanks them on the butt when they come out. This baby better react somehow to stimuli. Don't know. I guess it is some women. Some women out there would love to have a baby that just don't cry at all. Shh. I'd be concerned. I'd be concerned if my baby didn't cry at all, like none whatsoever. I ain't saying that a baby gotta cry 24/7. Shit. This baby don't even, this child don't even cry when it's hungry. It's supposed to cry a little bit when it's hungry. So I'm just using that as an example, when you put your situation in the wrong spiritual hands. That's why I'm bringing that up as an analogy. Okay. God saved me from a lot of that, from these types of, God saved a lot of y'all from these types of men. They just want a puppet. Right. You just want a puppet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of unethical stuff going on spiritual. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I got my cauldron cleaned out. I'm about to do a boil on the stove. I'm boiling me some bay leaves, some chamomile, and some coriander. That's what I'm burning today. And I think I'm gonna put some Malay in there. This is my Malay in there. So I will catch y'all on the flip side. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Love and light. Namaste. Blessed be. Whatever it is you believe in. I will catch y'all later. Okay. Visit the website. The link is below. I am accepting new students and new clients. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all later.